What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? Good with y'all? What's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video, man. And today the plan is to make a little shakedown at Meech. Gonna make shakedown at Meech, man. We gonna see what's to it. I'm still getting a hold on the car, so what y'all probably gonna see, it ain't gonna be full potential. Cause trust me, I'm babying it. And my converter, my car, everything is set up for nitrous. It's catered toward nitrous. So I'm expecting it to probably blow through the converter a little bit on the motor. I'll explain at the end what blowing through the converter is and how you know and all that. Cause I'm expecting to kind of do that on motor, but it's a lot of power. And I told y'all before, I keep it real, it scared me a little bit my first initial drive when I went around the block. So I'm still trying to get a handle on it. But I put the radios on off camera and front runners. I already did that cause y'all didn't have to see me do it. I'm gonna put some gas in it, cause I went and got some gas, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna get wifey to go out there so I can get an outside view. And I'm gonna put the drag in it, cause like I said, I drove it, and I tried a little hit on them hard tires. Like, no, it's just too much. They call it undrivable on hard tires. Even the 24s is gonna be undrivable. It's just dangerous, man. I mean, it ain't nothing you go out there and play around with, cause this ain't one of them cars where you spin it, you hit it, and it'll lay 150 foot miles. Like this'll lay 500 or 600 feet miles, just as long as you stay in it. This some of that, you on the interstate, you try to pass something, it'll break tracks and it'll jump sideways. I ain't talking about the tires. I ain't talking about this joker here break tracks. I'm talking about like you starting a Fred burnout. So it's a different level of power, man. And hey, it's scary for real. So when I take people for rides, man, I'm gonna always have radios on it. And I'm to the point where I wasn't expecting the car to be. Well, nah, I take that back. I was expecting it. It's just a kind of shock factor. But it's to the point where this car really need radios. Like y'all done seen them cars, them street cars, them hot street cars, and they ride around on drag radios all the time. They street drag radio, they DOT approved, but they got drag radios all the time. Some of them cars, they look good, but some cars need them, man, because some cars just unmanageable on hard tires. I mean, I ain't saying you can't manage, you can get it down. I mean, but you ain't gonna lay a fast, like super fast pad like you would on radios, of course. But you can manage it. It just takes a lot of suspension tweaking and all that. So what I'm saying, and the way Meech set up right now, man, it's unmanageable. I ain't got my real shocks on. The chassis not completely done like it's supposed to yet. So it's unmanageable and it gets crazy. So you got to know your car. You got to respect it, man. So I'm still getting a grip on it. I do this with every new car. Cause this joker is making a lot of power and it's just on horsepower. I really don't want to use nitrous at the track. And I already know what kind of numbers this thing gonna run. But when we do this hit, I'm really gonna know. So I really don't want to use nitrous right now, cause I know it gonna bust everything under the rim, man. If I try to go from the initial hit, I promise y'all, this joker making so much power, it ain't even funny. But I'm finna turn y'all around, show y'all how it look on the radios. All right, y'all. So y'all see I got it uncovered. Got everything moved out the way. And yes, indeed, man, Meech is on the radios and the front runners, man, ready to roll. I got the gas. I went ahead and put the gas in. I put 5 gallons in. Got it on 110 octane. I ran the 93 out. This thing here drank so much gas, it ain't funny. The gas mileage is terrible, man. Gas mileage terrible. So, but we mounted up. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, checking in, man. Y'all see it nighttime. I got caught up, man, cause I was multitasking. After I shot the video, like I said, man, I had to make sure I get that shakedown in. That thing, man, that thing crazy. Meech just different, man. Meech just different, man. That thing, woo. Hey, man, it was well worth the wait. It was well worth the wait. I promise you. I promise you, man. I'm about to tell y'all how this gonna go. I'm finna tell y'all how this gonna go. Cause I'm gonna reference this clip. I'm gonna make sure I save this clip in my archive because I know how this gonna go. Cause this me. So I done dropped the new car, right? The OG Meech, this and that. I'm telling y'all how excited I am, how geeked I am. I'm telling you, it's a bad car. I say this all the time about my stuff. It's a bad car. It's a bad true street car. But I'm having them people gonna come through and they gonna doubt. They gonna doubt. They gonna think it ain't this, it ain't that, this and that. And then I'm gonna shock the world. I'm gonna shock the world. And everybody gonna be, not everybody. Let me stop saying everybody. A few people gonna be looking crazy. Like with John Jones, man. Y'all know John Jones, my Camaro, man. Everybody, man. And I ran some people with that car, man. I shook down some people, this and that. And you know, had some good time with it. Everybody, mostly a lot of people had it all figured out and they were wrong about their car. Shock the world. The same thing finna happen with Big Meech. I promise you. I promise you. I can remember John Jones, man, when I was on my Facebook and I finally revealed that time. And when I dropped it here on Life of Jmalcom channel, revealed the time, I remember how shocked people were. Usually when people shocked, that means they don't believe. Or that means they just had it wrong with their car. You know, some people just don't know how to gauge a car. So I understand that. Some people don't look at a car, they look at the time for the lunch. And I try to teach y'all over here, man, because I've been doing this stuff a long time. And about all of my bills, I've been right. I never told y'all what I would think my cars would run, but I've been on the head with all my cars. I didn't know my combinations. I've been doing it too long, and I know what car gonna run what. I mean, how fast it's gonna run, man. I've been right about all my cars from the time I said this particular car run on motor to the time this car gonna run on motor to the time this car gonna run on nicer or this what the super toy car gonna run. I've been right, man. I've been right. I've been doing it too long. I can look at a car on the track and I already know within 2-3 tenths, I'm gonna say 2 tenths, I know what that car run. I've been doing it too long, man. I've seen too long. I talked to too many people that have turbo car, cause turbo car ticket will look different than a nicest car ticket. Or a turbo car ticket will look different from a motor car ticket. You know what I'm saying? They can run the same ET, but their ticket gonna look different. So that's how John Jones threw people off, man. It didn't launch hard. Well, it was getting out. It had a 60 foot, but it looked like it wasn't launching hard cause it's so smooth and it had crazy mile per hour. So I'm telling you, man, and that's why I like big cars and stuff, cause it's deception. Like, people, why build a big car? Deception, man. I said this before in the vlog. Big cars are deceptive. Like, you don't know what to think with them. You can get them to lead so smooth and stuff. They got that long wheelbase, so it might look like they ain't getting out. Like, people sleep on Dolo. People still sleep on Dolo, man. The people think Dolo ain't getting out of there. I promise y'all, man, I'm gonna shock the world, man. I promise y'all. And after I do, I ain't racing no more. Cause once I showed my time, man, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen with the content. I mean, I'm gonna do it after. It probably gonna be a year though. But after I do that, man, I'm gonna just go to the track, man, for, like, I do that anyway, pure enjoyment. But now I shake down somebody jump beside me, it go time. It go time, man. Somebody jump beside me, I'ma go. or whatever. We're gonna do some entertainment for y'all, man. Got some people we're gonna race, and we're gonna have a good time, this and that. But once I reveal what type of time a car on, man, I'm done racing it against people. Unless it's somebody else that showed their time, then y'all can really negotiate and make the race a tight race. See, I don't understand how people don't, they feel like you can't have fun if you know your opponent time or they know your time. People feel like you can't have fun. That ain't true. That ain't true, man. If y'all don't think me and Cuzzo know what each other run, y'all crazy. Me and Cuzzo know everything about each other car. But, you know, we still the entertainment factor, man, to make it enjoyable content. Like, you can still have fun. You know, that's where it negotiate, like, hey, I'm finna make this tight race. Like, if a car faster than me, then I'm gonna have to make it so you're gonna have to come catch me like a bracket race, man. You're gonna have to work. But it like a bracket race without the bracket light, though, so with that excitement factor, man, it's still off of, boom, off of head up, just boom, like grudge race style, but bracket style. You know what I'm saying? So it like if a car is 2/10 faster than another car, you're gonna have to set them out there. That's a lot. 2/10 on the track is a big gap. If a car is 2/10 faster than another car, that's a big old gap. I'm talking about some space in between. If a car a tenth faster, that's a gap. You know, you got to know this stuff. So that's how you negotiate, man. You can still have fun and stuff. And that's what I'm going to end up doing after I show my time on the car, man. Whenever I choose to reveal the time on a particular car, just know it retired. It's retired from running no time race. Because that's just how the game go, call. And it's a respect thing. Because once you show a time, then if somebody sit beside you, then they can gauge that person who might still be grudge racing. They can gauge them based off your car, whether you beat them or not. If you beat them, they can still gauge, like, man, that car got to run so-and-so. Or if they beat you, then they be like, that car got to run somewhere around here. They can gauge the distance, a person like me. So, you know, that's that. But when I say I'm beyond pleased, I am beyond pleased with Meech, man. Meech, everything it's supposed to be. It was well worth the wait. It was well worth every penny that was spent in it. And it's going to be some more spin in it, Kyle. That joker, it needs some chassis work, man. I mean, I knew what I was dealing with. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was going to put in there. And that joker, man, I'm going to have to do some chassis work, Kyle. It's radical. It's radical, man. I mean, that car radical. Like I said, you know, if I say it make me nervous, man. That car radical. It make me nervous. I feel like on the track, I'm going to feel more comfortable. But out there in that road, the way that it's set up now, the suspension, it make me a little nervous, man. But that's why I don't just go, I ain't just balls to the wall. Like, that's why I'm telling y'all, man, that past y'all seen, it'll get better. It'll get better, Kyle. It spun, me and wifey went back, man. We went back. It spun the entire 8th mile, man. Like, on the tire, you can hear them, but even when you hear the tire stop, y'all, you can hear them all the way halfway. I know y'all don't know where the 8th mile at, but just know when you hearing the tires, they're past 330 feet. That's more than 330 feet out. That's over half track. It's spinning. And then after that, when it stopped, it was still spinning, but it was lightly hazing the tire. Like, you can see the marks all the way out there, the whole 8th mile from the word go. And that's why I left so light, because if I would have just smashed it, man, it wouldn't have did nothing. It wouldn't have did nothing, man. Even on them radios, I adjusted tire pressure and everything. It wouldn't have did a thing, man. But sat right there on them radios, man. So that's why I didn't smash it. And I rolled out. And see, that right there, that pass gonna throw people off, because they looking for you to, yeah, all the time hollering and do all the, oh. That might depiction on how people feel like you're supposed to leave for you to be classified as fast, man. You got to leave like that. That's my new thing, man. You gonna have to. That's how you gotta leave. When you leaving like that, you fast to the internet or to the uninformed. Hey, oh boy, I tripped myself out, man. But look now, hey, every day's a good day, man. Every day's a good day. You gotta smile, man. There's no life without smiling and laughter and joy. That's all I'm out. So, and Meech made my day, boy. You made my day, boy. You made my day, man. I know he hear me out there. That Juggle boy. And y'all know what I love about it? I can go out there tomorrow, crank that bad boy up, put some tank full of 93 in it, and I can go wherever I want to go, man. I can go wherever I want to go, man. I promise y'all. Cause when people see me cut this nag loose, even on a light, when y'all see the first nitro pad, just know it ain't gonna be nowhere near 100%. Cause I'm too scared it gonna break something, man. Even with a little bit of nitro, it gonna be fast. But man, I don't know when y'all gonna see me really pour the code to it. It's gonna be a while before y'all really see me like a backdoor pass. Cause I ain't gonna have to do a backdoor pass. But it's gonna be a minute for y'all see that. Even when I get the chassis straight, more so the rear end, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get that 9-inch on the way. That car definitely got to have a 9-inch. Y'all know if Dolo busting up an 8.5, that car got to have one. Cause Dolo fast, but Meech different. Meech different, man. My wife even tell you, like, wifey nervy, man, cause that car so fast. She nervy, man. Like she done said it, but you see it in her face, man. That car just that fast. Like that for a true street car, daily driver thing. I can't say true street no more, cause people take that out of hand, man. It'll be a lot of fake street cars. But true daily driver, all my cars classified daily drivers. I can drive them every day, dependably. Daily driver, I can drive them anywhere, out of state, this and that, dependably. For a true daily driver, they talking bad, man. Them two boxes bad, man. Even R&B ain't slow like I say she is, man. She ain't that slow. She pretty quick, man. I put a nice little combo on it. That's a bad little 352, man. For it to be a 350, she pretty quick. Brown coat, best kept secret. See, people ain't seen brown coat another car. I probably took it to the track. The amount of time I took it to the track, I can count on one hand. R&B been to the track more than brown coat. So people don't really know what brown coat on really, cause they ain't saw it enough. But just know when brown coat step out too, he gonna shock people again too. When brown coat step out. But the fleet, man, is completely balanced. I'm happy to have everything running. I was glad to be behind Meech, boy. I'm talking about this junk like it brought tears in my eyes, man. I said, boy, I ain't been in the car. I ain't been in the car in so many years to where it was fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Last time I drove the car, man, I had that AutoZone crate 350 in it, which I ended up putting in wife's car. You know, it stayed in there like 5 or 6 months. And I'm like, man, just to have the car back fast again, like fast as it ever been. Man, they're just mind-blowing, man. Well worth the wait, man. I knew I would have to dump a check, and my boy had to save the best for last. I dumped the biggest check in that car. It already, like, Meech got a mean ticket in it already, man. It don't look like it, y'all, but I promise, the stuff that been done in that car already, it got a mean ticket in it, man. You know, I don't be telling y'all this stuff to brag. I tell y'all this stuff so you can get real realization on what it takes to build these cars when you're talking about drivetrain too, and not just cosmetics. Like, that's why I like for people to really see, you know, it's different. Cause if I were to put my car up for sale, like let's say Dolo, if I took the wheels off and stuff, put Dolo up for sale for even with the wheels on, like it look, cause people so stuck on cosmetics. If I were to say, hey, I want $40,000 for this car, you gonna have them ones that be like, man, $40,000 where? Ain't no paint. The paint ain't done. The interior, the seats ain't done. No sound system. Because a lot of the cars I've been seeing for sale, for like them numbers like 30K and stuff, they be clean. They be super clean. They be a complete car, interior done, rear disc brakes, nice wheels on them. Don't get me wrong, they be clean cosmetically, but their engine don't be there. Or they might have a nice LS engine. It might look good on the hood, but it ain't that pressure. It's different when you got a nice running little cammed engine and you got that pressure. Because that pressure, that real pressure, require other stuff around it. That real pressure, you ain't putting that little stock drive shaft in there. It might be new, but you ain't putting that stock dry cell, stock material, or stock diameter. You ain't putting that. Or you can't get away with them little cheap U joints. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put them big solid boards now. You gotta change that pinion yoke back there. You can't run that little regular small pinion yoke. You know, you start having to change on that real pressure, or then you gotta put that big fuel system on there. Or like I telling you, that $1,000 fuel pump. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff people don't see. So when you got a car got that real pressure in it, and it's clean and all that done, you talking about 60,000, man, and it ain't out of pocket. 60,000 when Dolo get all the way clean, man, the amount of money that's gonna be in Dolo ridiculous. Cause Dolo got I think it's 48 and some change in Dolo right now. And you can't count labor. I always count parts. It's 48 and some labor and some change in Dolo, 48,000. Meech, man, I don't want to add Meech up. I don't want to add Meech up, man. But just know it's there. But I'm gonna do a more itemized breakdown for y'all on all the cars, so you know people can really see like this level, this how much it might take, and this how much it might take, and all that stuff. But all in all, man, it's a good day, good vlog, man. Y'all got to see a little shakedown. Maybe I'll get to the track soon. I know I need to get them shocks on the front of it, man. And I really trying to wait till I put the real shocks in there and I can really see it run that number. But I might go ahead and take a man call and get a baseline car. I know when I get suspension right, it's only gonna get better and the time just gonna drop. So I might just go ahead and get a baseline on it now on motor and see what happens. And if I do run gas, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be like the smallest shot ever. Smallest shot of nitro ever. Cause I ain't trying to bust nothing up. But yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. BCG, we out.